y'all, and welcome back to another episode. It's your spiritual bestie, Big Taj, and today we're going to talk about the hands and the feet. Why? Because there are minor chakras there that are associated with the chakras that we know, and I feel like people don't be talking about this. So I want to talk about it today just so you can understand what elements rule your fingers and your toes, and you can just, I don't know, spread the knowledge. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the chakras of the hands and feet. Most people don't know that you have portals in the center of your hands and the center of your feet. So when they said Jesus was nailed to the cross, where was he nailed? Okay. And your hands are circuits that conduct electricity. Mudras are hand gestures that help you to connect to spirit. Most talk about your chakras in your body, but they do not talk about how they extend to your hands and your feet. So let's start with your hands. Okay. Now your fingers represent an element. So when it comes to your thumb, it represents fire, and it has to do with willpower and personal authority, directly associated with your solar plexus, which has to do with personal power and authority. Next, you have your pointer finger, which has to do with air. It has to do with leadership, ambition, and self-confidence. It's directly associated with your heart. You have your middle finger that is associated with spirit. It has to do with responsibility, balance, and life purpose, associated with your throat. You have your ring finger, which is associated with earth. It has to do with emotions, relationships, and creativity, directly connected to root. And then you have your pinky, which is associated with water, and it has to do with communication, intuition, and ability to adapt to new situations. And it is directly associated with your sacral. Now, your palm is associated with your crown, and your wrist is associated with your third eye. Now, your thumb is supposed to promote greater self-awareness and strength. Your index is used for pointing and manipulating objects. It aids in enhancing concentration, focus, and willpower. Your middle finger is the connection between the mental and physical balance. Some believe it aligns with the ego and promotes focus and precision and enhances inner strength. Your ring finger is the love finger, so it's no coincidence that we place our marital rings on that finger, but it represents love, marriage, and relationships. Many believe that there is a vein from that finger, and when I say many, I mean the ancients, the ancient Egyptians, and the vein is called vena amoris, which means the vein of love, and it runs from the left finger directly to the heart. Okay, so the reason why you put a ring on there is because it's your connection to the heart. It's marriage, it's relationships, it's commitment. Okay, next you have your pinky, and it has to do with intelligence, communication, persuasion, intuition, spontaneity, mental power, creativity, romance, and expressing your true feelings. All right. Now, there are different cultures who believe different things. So I just want to hit on that briefly, just so I'm not, giving y'all half-ass information. So when it comes to the thumb, it's the symbol of willpower, logic, and intellect. But in Hinduism, it represents the brain, while in Buddhism, it symbolizes enlightenment. You have your index finger, and it's a symbol of authority, leadership, and self-confidence. In many cultures, it's considered the pointer finger. The middle finger is a symbol of balance, stability, and responsibility. It represents personal identity in many cultures. The ring finger symbolizes commitment, love, and union. In Christianity, it represents the connection to God. And the little finger, or the pinky, is a symbol of eloquence, intelligence, and communication, and is commonly known as the pink. Now, the ring and the pinky embody feminine qualities, and the thumb and the pointer embody masculine qualities. Now, there is also a central axis that extends from the wrist, passing through the center of the palm and reaches up through the middle finger. This symbolizes the spirit element. Okay, so this central axis serves as a reconciling force between gender principles. Okay, so it is masculine and feminine. Now, the hand chakras serve as a vital interface between the physical and energetic dimensions. This allows us to interact with the inner world and outer worlds. Your fingers are receptors, while your palm is the conduit for channeling healing energy. So your dominant hand is the source of energy emission, and your non-dominant hand is the recipient. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but and I haven't looked too deeply into this. This is just something that I heard. But Mormons usually have the man grab the woman's dominant hand and put their other hand up to the sun. Your dominant hand is how you channel healing energy. The women have the energy of creation. Okay. It's also like the same thing where you see there being a full moon and people going out and putting their palms to the moon or putting their palms to the sun. Next, we'll talk about your feet. Now, Your feet contain minor chakras that facilitate flow into the body and consciousness. One of the main functions of the toes is to release and discharge any accumulation of energy within the major chakras that build up during your day-to-day activity and bodily functions. The feet help you to discharge excess energy and ground our consciousness. When the feet chakras operate in alignment and harmony with the major chakras, a continuous connection and flow of communication between Earth's energy grid and our own energy is established. Okay. So you know how to say walk barefoot, ground, put your feet in the ground. It's meant to help you to discharge excess energy into the ground. A lot of us are wearing shoes that contain rubber. We know that rubber does not conduct electricity. You should have learned that in a basic science situation. So rubber shoes disconnect you from the ground. Okay. Now, your toes represent an element. You have your big toe, which represents the solar plexus, your index, your heart, your middle toe, your throat, your fourth toe, your third eye, your pinky toe, your sacral, your middle foot, your crown, the back of the heel, your root. Now the heel is held because the root sits here. The root is the most physical and material of all the chakras. When our mind operates off the root, we are fueled by our desire, fear, and lack of insecurity. This helps us to manifest hell on earth. Okay. So your feet are associated with the physical body and earth. Okay. Your hands are linked with air in the realm of the mind. All right. So your hands have significant influence over the information that enters our consciousness. Spirit refers to aether, which is the fifth element. It's a substance that has 1 foot in the astral plane and 1 foot in the physical plane. Aether is where we get the word either. So it sits between two things, and the chakras are the etheric plane. And when you unlock these centers, we unlock our true spiritual form. Okay. So that is what you need to know about the hand and feet chakras. The hands are helping you when it comes to information entering into your consciousness, where the feet are helping you to discharge any excess energy. I hope you like this episode. Please like, comment, share, and repost, because you know they keep your girl hitting. And I will see y'all in the next episode.